highlights of the Castrol Winterberg Enduro are proudly brought to you by Castrol. The Castrol Winterberg Enduro in the Eastern Cape has over the years emerged as the premier event of its kind in South Africa. A compulsory event on the South African Enduro Championship calendar, the Winterberg this year moved to the picturesque Castrol Park.
Well, the Enduro is very different to off-road. You've got special stages where you're allowed certain times to complete them in. Within those stages you've got racing stages where you've really got to go fast. So I'm just going to go out there and take it easy on the regularities, and then have to go as fast as I can on the racing stages.
Recently married Springbok Richard Manning has won just about everything in off-road and enduro racing, but the Castrol Winterberg is one prize that's eluded him.
Enduros too are my favourite event. I enjoy them obviously because of the technicality. They're much more rider skill orientated than the off-roads, and as I say, they're my favourites, so I'm concentrating on them this year. I'm lying second in the championship. I didn't have a good ride up in Heidelberg. I got married a week after that, so I didn't want to go to my wedding in plaster. So, and yeah, Winterberg hasn't been my favourite. Well, it's been one of my favourites, but not my lucky event, if you call it that. I've always seemed to have a bit of bad luck here. So this year I'm just hoping my luck will change and I'll have a good ride.
The move to Castrol Park provided for some spectacular scenery, but also saw the event coordinators come up with one of the toughest ever routes for a Castrol Winterberg.
I don't think it's going to be the guy that hangs on the cable all day. He's got to really think. It is very technical in certain areas. We've already chosen it. It's taken me about 3 years to actually set this thing up, and all the areas we've been through, and we're going to go in river beds and that. They're really going to have to think. That is the main thing, and not be going flat out all day.
It didn't take riders too long to find out just how tough the course was going to be. Gavin Fell's surname was appropriate as he took an early tumble. He wasn't to be alone. Chris Lindhorst was a little more successful than Fell and managed to stay upright. Lindhorst lost a little time before he was underway again, and behind him, Cornelius Nzimali appeared to have matters under control at the same section, and then the laws of gravity caught up with him. Once again, the only damage done was a little lost pride and valuable time. Mark Morden also parted company with his bike, but was busy getting himself sorted out when David de Koning decided on a completely different approach. It worked to a degree, but this method's not recommended if you're prone to a backside that bruises easily. The trials and tribulations of some riders were highlighted when some of the top riders arrived at the same tricky spot. Brian Balder-Koenig on a Yamaha is one of the top off-road and enduro riders in the country and sailed through with no problems. Darren Curtis on bike number 58 is a double off-road winner this year, but also made it look all too simple on a Pro-Action Panasonic AGA KTM. The Castrol Winterberg has in recent years been dominated by an Italian Alfie Cox. The diminutive Springbok has won the event 6 times in a row from 1989 to last year. With Cox campaigning overseas this year, the race was wide open, with Port Elizabeth rider Brett Brito on the number 38 Kawasaki expected to be among the frontrunners, after an impressive performance last year when he pushed Cox all the way. Enduro events are split into classes depending on motorcycle engine capacity. While the 200 class machines are more manoeuvrable than the bigger and heavier 250 class bikes, the additional power is a plus where the 250 brigade are concerned. Mike Glover was competing in the 250 class on a Honda, and once he'd sorted out his line of attack, wasn't presented with too many problems with steep inclines. Jaap Westerly on the number 16 250 class KTM was dropping down the field, and right on his heels had Andrew Ogden on the 200 Kawasaki, who was having an impressive run. Ogden was pushing for a place in the top 5 behind some heavyweight opposition. It was a case of gathering together all your resources before going into action, with the incline presenting both Westerly and Ogden with a few headaches. Curtis was making good progress on the Pro Action AGA Panasonic KTM, with the Winterberg developing into a battle between Curtis and fellow off-road stars Errol Dalton, Richard Manning and Chris Dodd. The route also included some tricky river sections, with Tony Werdendahl on a Yamaha opting for a cautious approach in the water. Werdendahl was another Eastern Cape rider going along steadily and was looking at a top 10 finish. When it comes to enduro racing, local knowledge is not much of an advantage, and riders simply have to tackle the course as best they can. Behind Werdendahl, Darrell Curtis was still going strong and showing the form that made him one of the pre-event favourites. Grant May on bike number 42 was another rider from the Rover Club in the Eastern Cape who was going along steadily enough, but behind him he had some heavyweight company. Flying second in the championship before the Castrol Winterberg, the highly experienced Richard Manning on bike number 60 was using all his skill and experience to move into a challenging position for overall honours and a 250 category win on the dealer team Yamaha. Also making a strong claim for overall and Class 200 honours was off-roader Chris Dodd on another dealer team Yamaha, who was locked in battle with Springbok Errol Dalton on the Lesotho Office Equipment Honda. Riders are given a little respite along the way, with control points also offering the opportunity to top up with fuel.
Where are you going to do the golf?
Down into the river.
For a number of riders, including Richard Manning, finding the correct route had proved to be something of a problem.
Yeah. Supposed to go along the contour, and the next thing markers go down off into the river.
While riders like Richard Manning prefer the technical challenges that enduro racing offers, others like Darrell Curtis relish the faster sections, which are more akin to flat-out off-road racing. While Curtis took off like a bat out of hell on an inviting open section, Manning was a lot more circumspect. Chris Lindhorst was also going along steadily on bike number 26, but the event started to take its toll on riders and machinery. David Thomas from Cape Town was trying to make up time on the Kawasaki, with Peter Twistle from East London on bike number 37, cruising along as though he didn't have a care in the world, and looking at a top 10 finish. 18-year-old Andrew Ogden on the number 39 Kawasaki was in line for a top 5 finish and overall honours in the Eastern Cape Regional Stakes. The Castrol Winterberg came to a painful and premature end for Cape Town rider Paul Thomas, who took a heavy tumble, breaking a number of ribs. A medical crew were quickly on the spot to treat Thomas before he was taken to hospital. The race had now developed into a straight fight between Darrell Curtis on the Pro Action AGA Panasonic KTM and Richard Manning on the dealer team Yamaha. Tony Werdendahl on the number 43 Yamaha was involved in a tussle with Ogden and Twistle for regional honours, with Curtis thoroughly enjoying himself on the faster racing sections. Off-roader Chris Dodd on the dealer team Yamaha, running in the 200 class, was fighting it out with Errol Dalton on the Lesotho Office Equipment Honda, with a tight finish between the pair in the offing. Another off-road star, Alex Valls, slipped down the field on the Antolex Dairy Kawasaki, but was still in line for a top 10 finish. With Dodd pushing him all the way, Errol Dalton was also making the most of the faster sections on the Lesotho Office Equipment Honda. The Kariga Park offered a superb backdrop to the event, but Richard Manning and Darrell Curtis had little time to admire the scenery. They were involved in a superb battle that was going to provide a neck-and-neck finish. The Manning-Curtis battle produced the expected tight finish, which eventually went Manning's way by just 200 points. Third overall and Class 200 honours went to Errol Dalton, with Chris Dodd and regional event winner Andrew Ogden completing the top 5. Jaco Westerly, in 20th place overall, took first place in the veterans category, with some of the younger riders feeling like the veterans at the finish.
Marking, organisation, everything was just perfect. Very, very long. As Darrell said earlier, it's about 200 k's too far. But other than that, pretty good, yeah.